Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. It's been a long time. This is Rich Buddy, and I'm welcoming to you to the Rich Buddy live show and to another episode of Talking Watches. Thank you for joining us. It's been a while, guys. So good to see everybody. And let me welcome everybody that I've got in the chat right now. Thanks to everybody in Periscope. So we're on Periscope still every time. We're on YouTube every time. And we got Logan, PG, Pudge, PG. Got you ready. Dan, what's up, Dan? Nicholas, Der Stiefel, man. I got to tell you, bro, you kill it with the comments. Holy smoke, you are funnier than a bat out of hell, bro. You are funnier than shit, man. John, what's up, John? Horological, Freddy Krueger, Orange Hand, Jimmy, Anthony. What's up, Anthony? What up, Pete? Rajiv, Logan Hall, Nick. Robert Padilla, everybody. All right, guys. We already got a couple of guests waiting backstage, so let me bring them in so they're not sitting out there doing nothing. All right, we got the Rancher and we got Blueshirt Buddha. Welcome, guys. How are you?
Good, Rich. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing okay, man. Pretty tired, so I'm not going to be as energetic maybe as usual, but maybe you guys can help me out.
We'll do our best.
Cool.
Absolutely.
What is today? Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday, right on. So I actually had kind of a revelation last Sunday. I had a little bit of a shift in my spine. I went to go sit down and I felt something really substantial move. And I got a lot of pressure taken off the main nerve that has been agonizing me for the last year. So I got I got about 30% relief than normal. I'm actually able to dress up nice, and I actually went to the office to try to do a few things. And
nice.
I've been able to drive a little bit.
That's awesome, Rich.
I'm trying not to move.
Good news.
Try not to move too much, so I don't screw it back up and reverse it. But it'll happen. It'll go back. It just, at least I get some temporary relief, man. It's fucking. I can't tell you what it's like. You know, I haven't even been streaming because I've been able to do other stuff. So shit. But
well, if there's one thing YouTube taught us, it's that to come on a stream, you have to have nothing to do and severe mental problems. Yeah,
I kind of think so. You know. So the problem's not solved by any means, but shit, man. There was just a constant 100% level 10 pressure that just wouldn't give up easily for 12 months, and now it's gone. That heavy duty pressure's been. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Just.
That's good news. Enjoy it while it lasts.
That's exactly right. Yeah. What have you guys been up to this week?
Just working. That's it. Just working.
Yeah.
Was looking forward to when you were coming on again.
So, the last few days, Bitcoin has been spiking like a crazy son of a gun. And I got a chart up of it on the screen. Might be kind of hard to see. But
now the graph at the line at the top, that's obviously tracking the Wuhorn virus, right?
the horn rate of non-reversal.
Wuhorn.
The growth of horns at a parabolic rates.
Exactly.
Well, when I started live streaming about 7 months ago, which would have been April about of last year, Bitcoin was at about this level here, 6,000, about the 6,000 mark. And so I've been buying it at various levels, 3,600, 6,000, 7,000. And now it spiked up in the summer. As you can see here on this chart, it spiked up to almost 14,000. Almost 14,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it sold off for the remainder of the year, dropped down to maybe about 6,500 at its more recent low. And from 6,500 recently, it's now touching the 9. It just broke 9,000 and it's trying to break the 10,000, 6,600.
Nice.
So very volatile, very exciting.
Are you a long-term hold kind of guy, Rich?
Yeah, I'm definitely a long-term connoisseur of Bitcoin. I've been in for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I've bought at all kinds of different levels. And, I've invested in the mining machines.
Right. I remember you mentioning that.
I've taken significant losses on different things as well. So it's not all rosy. It's definitely a very speculative game. But, at this point where we're at now at 9,000, the 9,000 level, what I'm expecting and what I'm looking for is a 10x return from here. I'm expecting Bitcoin to hit 90,000, 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not too concerned about how quickly or not quickly that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's a mathematical certainty, but in due time, I think I'll get my return out of this,
Cool.
And so that being the case, if that is the case, what watches are on the table? So
well, then you're talking Grail level watches, no? If you're
right. Well, hey, likewise, look,
raking in that kind of profit.
Look, if you're in the stock market since Obama's been president, so for the last 11 years, 10 years, you've been raking it in like a madman as well.
Mm.
So you're already in that position of buying your dream watches if you've been raking it in the stock market, because what else do you want when you've got a Dow Jones at here, I'll pull it up.
What is it now, 24,000, something like that?
No, a lot more than that. Let me see. This charting soft, I don't know. This is something new that I actually just bought to use at home. So go figure how to use it. Okay, there we go. And then if I share the screen. Should be able to see the numbers on the right margin.
Jimmy has a comment saying, "Nice segue. If that is on the table, if that is the case, which watches are on the table?"
Right. Exactly. Well, that's what we're going to talk about here. So look at the Dow Jones is at 29,000.
29,000.
Yeah, it's at an all-time high. It just keeps hitting its high. The S&P's at 3,300. And the NASDAQ's at 9,100. These are unfounded numbers, unfounded numbers. And so whether you're in the stock market, commodities, whatever the hell you're in, you're making money if you're in something. So some of these people are already realizing their dream watches. I'm waiting for my Bitcoin to come through, for example, maybe a few other things, but primarily my Bitcoin is what I have allocated for fun money for watches. And some people could be lottery winners, or winning the lottery. Sure. So this could be, lotto watches. What would be your lotto watch? Some people spend, $20 a day on the lottery, Right. I don't believe in lottery. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
You know what the definition of a lottery is, right?
No.
It's a tax on people with shitty mathematical skills.
Certainly.
Let me go back and answer Jimmy's advice. Answer his question. Now, Jimmy says, nice segue. If that is the case, which watches are on the table? Now, Jimmy, if you're going to ask that to a guy on a Segway, obviously the answer would be Grand Seiko.
Well-fisted rancher. Well, I don't know. You'd probably have to consider, some complicated Lange, maybe solid gold Royal Oak for a real fuck-off piece.
Well, the thing is, I don't know, Richard Mille.
They don't sing to me, Clyve. They're not my cup of tea.
I love Richard Mille. So if you're talking, the one that has the yellow, the green, the one that's a bit colorful, I love Richard Mille. Would I ever buy one? It would have to be funny money like this. And this is exactly the kind of money that would allow me to buy Richard Mille. Funny money.
Yeah, they're crazy expensive.
There's a guy on Fist, our favorite optometrist. Let's just call him Yark Luzapov, and he actually made a killing on Bitcoin. He's been protecting the fuck out of protecting like a motherfucker out on his Bitcoin profits earlier.
Nice.
He got up before the last big drop, but something tells me Yark has gotten back in the meanwhile.
Well, we're not talking any financial advice or investment advice. This is what you would do if you came in with money from your investments. Me personally, the watch that has been singing to me for some time is the Datograph. I mean, I'm really down with Datograph.
Man, it is so beautiful. When I tried that one on at watch time, man.
Tell us about it.
Oh, just I've never seen a watch, just looking at the movement, that had the only word I can use to describe it. It has depth. It's like three-dimensional. It's the most beautiful engine I've ever seen. It was just amazing, and the watchmaker there gave me a loop, and I got to look at the movement through the loop, and it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. It's an amazing watch.
Yeah, there's a picture of the back of it right there.
Yeah, it's just incredible. The pictures don't even do it justice.
No, they don't.
You have to have it in your hand. You have to be looking at it.
Although they do.
Just amazing.
Oh, okay.
They do some justice, though. I mean, look at that son of a gun right there. Wow.
Wait, Molek, super chat.
Oh, look at that. Super chat from the man, the myth, the legend, Thomas Burnett.
Oh, okay.
Rich, you're supposed to...
what's up, Thomas? Hey, your camera's on, just so you know, buddy.
All right, yeah.
Hey, Rich.
Okay, yeah.
As a host, you're supposed to read out the super chat.
Oh, a super chat. Oh, super chat. Okay, first super chat from Thomas. Hey, Thomas. Okay. Shout out to everybody, Rich Buddy, the Rancher, Blueshirt, YVR, Pete, Logan Hall, Tree Dillinger, Tom Austin, Jimmy, Dave Coffey, Dan Radke, Yankee Doodle, Jay Sykes, D. Stiefel, and are the regulars. Man, you make me want to work, huh? All right, Thomas. Thank you, man.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah.
I forgot that I turned
Hey,
that on.
Thomas.
I got to pay my subs, haven't I?
There you go. So,
How
how
you
are
doing,
you?
my friend?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Blueshirt. How's yourself?
Good.
Good stuff.
All good.
Have you ever put one of these babies on, Thomas Burnett?
No, I haven't had the joy of that. No, I haven't had the pleasure. No, we got a Lange dealer in the next town, but I think the Patek dealer in my city is going to start doing Lange soon.
Hmm.
But I have
Nice.
never had the pleasure. No, I'd love to.
Maybe you might have a discount sale.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I don't know if they give discounts on these at all. I'm sure they would give a little bit of a discount. They take one hell of a drop in the secondary market. I'll tell you that. I mean, these are $98,000 in platinum MSRP.
Yeah.
When I last checked, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, they wanted 98,000.
Really? Wow.
Well, Jesus, you want to talk about Glenn Ross? You see this watch? It costs more than your car. That's it. You see this watch? It costs more than your house.
Mm.
Yeah.
Certainly, depending on where you live, absolutely.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah.
But what an amazing watch.
It is truly amazing.
Just look at that movement. It's just something else, isn't it?
When I tried this one on here in particular, I don't know if it was a flyback or not, but the platinum datograph. When I put that on my wrist and I had it on, I told myself, if you had no other watch but this one, you can live your life.
Whew, yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, and everything goes through your mind. It's kind of like seeing your life flash before your eyes before you die or something like this. When you put this on for the first time, you go into a watch fever, and you all of a sudden start thinking so many things, and you say to yourself, if I sold all my watches, I could get this one and be happy. You know, one watch done, consolidate, be happy. All those feelings come around when you see this watch.
You'd have to wear it, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a one and done.
How did that platinum feel on your wrist?
For me, there's something about the platinum, or even if it was in white gold, that screams to me. I don't see this watch at all in yellow or rose. Not for me at all.
Yeah, no,
It adds some kind of a antique old school element to it when you go yellow or rose. The white gold case just fits the aesthetics of everything so perfectly.
Yeah.
Of course, if it's a Rolex, we'd be saying, if it's a Rolex, we'd be saying, don't be stupid, man. Get the steel one. Get the steel one.
Right. But they say there's nothing feels like a platinum watch.
Are they all flybacks? I think so, aren't they? Are they all flyback chronographs? I think they might be. But yeah.
For that kind of money, they should be.
Yeah. And then there's the tourbillon version, annual calendar tourbillon leap year version, which forget about it. That's probably $250,000, right?
Whew.
Right here on the screen.
Yeah.
What a gem.
Yeah.
This is on par with a 5270 from Patek, right, Clivers?
Yeah.
Look at the power reserve at 9 o'clock. Isn't that amazing? Out there on the outside of the dial like that.
Yeah, very cool.
I've never seen that before like that.
What an amazing watch.
Astounding.
Astounding, Red Team. Astounding. Buy you a case of beer for that one.
That's a good Bitcoin watch right there.
That one is right here, the perpetual, isn't it? There you go.
Yeah.
Forget the used Datograph for $45,000. We're talking Bitcoin Grails. So yeah, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out and stepping up the game, Mr. Buddha. Got to be looking at Tourbillon perpetual calendar leap years.
If you're gonna fuck it, you might as well go all the way.
Yeah.
You need the money though, don't you?
Right here. This one's clean. Look how clean that is.
Look at that.
It's beautiful.
Now, gentlemen, there's the version of this watch, 1815 chronograph, without the date window.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something for me that the date completes the package of this watch. I don't know why.
I like the 1815, but this one is particularly nice.
Well, I think the date adds to symmetry.
The date. It does.
The date definitely adds to the depth and the movement of the watch because it's a whole different movement and case back. When you look at the regular chronograph, I think it's quite less intricate. I might be wrong about that, but I think there's more intricacy in the movement details and the depth and all that in the Datograph part, in the Datograph because of the extra comp. But there's about a $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 difference, $10,000 difference between the date complication and the non-date complication in the used secondary market, about a $10,000 difference. So 36,000 versus 46,000 on average is what I've paid attention to. So if you really want that beautiful case back chronograph, the wonders of an A. Lange & Söhne, you can get it for 35 secondhand.
I like those big lugs on it.
Huh?
I like those big lugs on it.
The big lugs. Let me go back to the frontal picture. Yeah.
I love you big lugs.
Ooh, that's a clean looking shot.
Yep.
Nice and bright. I this is one of those watches where if you don't want people to be saying stuff about your watch all the time, you won't get that if you keep it without like throwing your wrist out in the air to flaunt it. So without flaunting this watch,
or if you stick your elbow in the air and hold it up to your face like you're a palsy victim.
Right, exactly. So you can get under the radar with this watch, but at the same time, I got to tell you, I think this watch would get you the most compliments of any watch you'd ever wear from a watch or a non-watch person. If somebody was going to say something to you about a watch, this is the watch they're going to say something about. You guys think?
For sure, yeah. I mean, it's stunning.
But as beautiful as that dial is, like a lot of Pateks, I'd almost want to wear it movement side out.
True.
Is there a way to do that, even though you may look like a doofus? Considering that you are accepting to look like a doofus, is there a way to wear the watch inside out? I mean, I'd be too scared to drop the damn thing and ruin it. I mean, you can't play around with something so expensive.
Well, it almost like a reverso type of thing where you can swivel around and look at the movement.
Right.
Mm.
Oh goodness, look at that. Seems like there's a lot of pictures of the Tourbillon version. Oh, that's a minute repeater. I think
even better.
I think. Could be. So I was at a funeral on Saturday, and someone noticed my watch. They said, "Oh, you're wearing a Philippe." I never heard anybody reference it by the second name only.
Right.
Well, that's because they're trying to show that they've got class and sophistication and shit like that.
Yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact, they have so much class and sophistication, and truthfully, they weren't even wearing a watch. They might have had that theory of that I've mentioned here on this channel before, that you don't want to wear a watch to a funeral because you don't want to tie that watch to that funeral. So maybe they didn't wear a watch for that reason. Or they're just not into wearing watches, because he said he had a Patek at home, but he said he inherited the Patek. That kind of told me that maybe he's not into watches, even though he respects them. You know,
or maybe it's, you know, if he inherited it, it could be like a 33 mil or something like that.
Logan Hall, I can see why you think it's a minute repeater with the button on the left side, but I thought minute repeaters have levers, not buttons. Yeah, I think you are correct. Pete says, I think most non-watch people recognize Rolex rather than other expensive watch brands. So you could have a $100,000 AP on your wrist and likely would not get the notice that a $10,000 Rolex would get. I agree with you. And there's something about a Rolex that made me buy it. The fact that it looks like a shiny, glistening gem from afar. All the Submariners and GMTs have that look because of all the edges, the sharp edges. They look like shiny gems, you know? They really do. I mean, look at, there's all my Rollies right there. And they just, I wish the camera showed them better, but, you know, the light's a little bright, but maybe not. Yeah, the light's too bright to be able to see them. Too bad. It's a nice looking lot when they're in the watch box like that. That's an 8-watch winder I've got there.
That's nice.
I don't spin them though. They just yeah, it's an 8-watch winder.
Do they sell a disc? Do they have a discount for buying them in bulk?
Buying what in bulk?
8-watch winders.
I bet. I mean, that thing wasn't cheap. I think I paid $2,000 for that thing at least. Winders aren't cheap.
Good ones aren't. No,
and it's a nice one. It's got a glass case. It closes up, and then you can. There's a button on the side. Turn the light on. Yeah. And it's got all the spinning features. You can stop certain ones, program them all, whatever. Like most of them have, I think.
Yeah, it's really nice.
But yeah.
Hey, bud, how's it going?
Let me see. Bud's in here. What's up, Bud? How are you, man? Logan says, I paid about $500 for my 3-watch winder from Wolf. Yeah, that's cool. That's a good deal, actually. Clyve needs 9-watch winders. 9 times 8, 72. Yeah. You know, I have this in particular, not to wind watches, but strictly for display when I'm sitting here working on my files and things. You know, I like to have my watches up there, and I like to work with my watches in my background. You know,
I don't blame you.
Since I work at home. Yeah, since I work at home, it adds to my desk. You know, I've got you can't see it, the layout here, because you're just seeing me. But on the opposite end, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 screens up here. One of them is a 48-inch, 50-inch stock market stuff that flashes on it. I can put whatever I want on that screen. And then I have security screens with like 6, 7, 8 cameras around the house. And then I have, I can put Bitcoin and different things on different screens.
Mm-hmm.
My YouTube and my and this streaming. So it's not just where I'm sitting isn't just a garage. It's been converted into a full on. I've got faxes, color copiers, black and white copy machines. I've got paperboard, paper cutters, things to those things that heat files to melt, make folders. I got like a whole office in here, literally everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that watch cabinet you had, Rich.
Thank you. Don't ask me what brand it is. I'd have to look it up. I don't recall what it is. And
that's fancy, isn't it?
Look, it was. And when I was researching watch winders 3-4 years ago when I bought it, I don't know why, but I had a really difficult time finding them. Looking online, searching online. I found Wolf. I found a couple. Ultra expensive. If you want one that for 8 or 10 watches, good luck. You're spending what I spent. I think I spent $2,300 on that thing.
Yes.
And I couldn't find it again. It was on Amazon. I couldn't find it again. If anything breaks in it, I'm screwed. You know what I mean? They're not worth it, man, to be honest. Like I said, for display, I paid a lot of money to have something nice to enjoy them in a display, which is the primary reason I have them. That's real. That is the reason I have them, just to enjoy the hell out of them. But now and you know what is funny though, guys, is that when I first got it, hold on. When I first got the damn thing and I didn't have enough watches to fill it up, I had a crazy mentality thing going on.
Gotta fill it up. Got to
Bro,
fill it.
oh my God. I had to fill that box up like a madman.
Got to fill the box. I've got to fill the box.
It's a sickness. And I'm warning you guys, if you don't have a winder, if you don't have a box, and don't get a box, because if you have 4 watches, if you have 4 watches and an 8 box or a 10 box, you're going to drive yourself nuts until you fill every position in that box.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. But once I fill the box up, I have to take a nice long nap.
Yeah, right. I got it.
It's a bad thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just teasing yourself into buying more watches. We lost Red.
Hey, Apple, things happen. Let me read some of the comments. I've been neglecting them here.
Oh, there we go.
What are you guys talking about? Nothing really, I guess. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, bud, for your loss. I'm not sure if it was your friend or somebody passed away. I've been dealing with a lot of that. His cousin? Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. No, Eric Seepop also got burgled.
What's that? Eric?
Oh, yeah.
He got what?
Burgled.
Oh, I read that somewhere. What did he lose? That was way up in the beginning. He said something about that, right?
Yeah. Actually, they must have had access to his house for an extended period, because they're even taking safes out of the wall.
Well, taking safes out of the wall, that means they had hours to do whatever they want to do. That means there was no alarm system. And even if there was an alarm system, that means it was a crappy alarm system that allowed for a bypass.
Sorry.
You need to make sure it has a cell phone backup in it, so that if they cut the power, it doesn't disrupt the service, or it automatically rings the alarm company if there's a disruption in service. Yeah, you got to have good stuff. I mean, so as long as the alarm goes off, they're not going to have 5 hours to break into the safe or steal the safe. So the safe needs to be strong enough to keep them out of it for, 30 minutes or an hour until the cops come. In my city, they show up in 3 minutes. In LA, they'll show up in 30 minutes, That's for serious. That's for real. Serious.
Yeah.
They come here so quick.
Eric, tough break. Sorry.
To be honest,
Yeah,
they're always
sorry,
hanging out
Eric.
at the donut shop on the corner, the donut shop in the 7-Eleven, the corner from my house. So they're literally always hanging out there next door to me.
That's a good thing.
Lost an Air King and a Tudor 58 and a bunch of other things. Removed 2 safes bolted to the wall. Damn.
Wow.
Where is that? Like, what city or what state are you in, Nick? Where did that happen?
Eric. He's saying Eric lost one.
Oh, Eric. Eric C-Pop's the one that lost him. Where are you at, Eric?
No, okay, Eric. Go back, get a flashlight, and go look from your front door to the driveway. Because I figure once they looked down and saw that one was a Tudor, they probably just threw it on the ground.
Ooh, ouch. No, to be honest, they probably stole the
sorry about
Rolex.
that, Eric.
They're selling the Rolex and they're going to wear the Tudor. That's what's going to happen.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. I mean, what?
Man, you're starting to make me give sympathy towards the thief.
What happened, bud? 43 is very young. That's younger than my friend that just died.
Oh,
yeah, my really good friend Harry, 48 years old, died of a massive heart attack last week or the week.
So
last
sorry
week
to hear that.
before last. Unbelievable, man. 48 years old.
Yeah.
He went to the hospital, spent 9 hours there. They sent him home, and he died after they sent him home. Unbelievable.
Wow. What a shame.
Unbelievable. What a funeral. So sad. Everybody was crying. It was all young people,
Yeah.
And he's got 3 young kids. Terrible.
That really sucks. Yeah.
And that was I had my 3. They say people die in 3s. You guys believe that shit?
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
So
I've heard that too.
My aunt died around Christmas week. That was 1. And then my buddy died a couple of weeks ago. That's 2. And then the third one is Kobe, because the third one they say could be someone that you don't personally know, but you know of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of hit me exactly 1, 2, 3.
Steve, Rich, you realize what an opportunity you lost there, right?
No, I didn't.
After the first 2 died, you could have started going on the beg streams all the time.
Oh.
But no, Kobe had to take the 3rd position.
Kobe had to take the 3rd position.
Hmm.
Jimmy says it is true. Had the same thing happen. Yeah. Yeah, Kobe Bryant. I can't believe it. That's pretty crazy. So Calabasas, that's like an hour from here, south of here. And he lived in Newport Beach, which is right where Bob's Watches is, about 20 minutes from here. But
of course, literally though, when you think about it, car wrecks are more survivable, more frequent. Anytime you leave the house, that can happen.
True.
That looks a kind of eerie. You talking about death with your avatar looks a little creepy. The thing is that the helicopter travel could have been the helicopter travel is okay. It's wonderful and it's safe. The problem is any one of those dumbasses that went on the plane that day, whether it be pilot or passenger, they all should have looked at each other and said, don't you think it's a bit too foggy for us to take a chance just to go to practice? I mean, that's the honest truth. You look, I have a boat and I can navigate through the fog, and I've tested myself in the fog. And hey, what's up, Hisham? Welcome, Hisham. So
Hi, Rachel.
hi, welcome. So I've tested my boat.
Okay, mate.
Hey, Hisham.
So
Yeah.
check this out. So I've tested my boat in the fog. Okay, specifically, I woke up in the morning one day and it was so foggy you couldn't even drive. It was that bad. And I said to myself, babe, I'm going to turn all my trackers on my iPhones on. Here's where I'm going. I'm going to call you from every step of the way, and I'm going to go out and take my boat out to the oil rig out in the middle of the it's not close. It's an hour solid in the ocean. High risk, dangerous. Okay. I must have been high. Okay. All right. Let's be honest. All right. But I said to myself, I'm going to go take myself out in the most dangerous, precarious, treacherous situation right now so that I know I can navigate if I'm stuck with my family and get back when I want to. So I went out and I did it. Okay. And, you can't see anything. You can't even see the bow of the boat. You're strictly using your GPS coordinate and a radar. Okay, but look, I have a choice to go out or not go out. I'm not going to, if I have children with me, I'm going to choose not to go that day. You know what I'm saying? It's just asinine. I mean, as bad as the situation is and shitty it is and everything, how can you have sympathy for people who fucking don't think? It really is. The poor kid. The only victim here is the freaking kid that had no say in the whole goddamn thing. The kids. Really. Even somebody who might have been 18 years old might have said, you're crazy, Dad. I ain't going with you on that helicopter. Right? But it is
Hi,
what it
Victor.
is. Victor.
Hey everyone. Hello.
Hey, Victor.
Hey, Shop. Hey, Clyve.
Hi,
Hey,
Victor.
Bree.
Slick Vic tricks.
What?
Rich, you're obviously talking about Kobe Bryant, aren't you?
Yeah.
You see, when you said, how can you have sympathy for people that don't think, I was actually thinking you're talking about maybe the super chats on the other channel.
Right.
So what do
You know what? And
about?
just as a matter of fact, Thomas reminded me by pitching in $10. Thank you, Thomas. I did open the super chats. I decided to open them. And there's a couple of reasons why I decided to open them. Because certain imbeciles in the watch community who really are in part of the watch community but think they are kind of let's say really pissed me off, and maybe I kind of feel that if people want to help contribute to because this turned out to be a lot more work than I thought it was. And I thought it was going to be 100% fun, but it turned out to be that's going down, not 100% fun to 90% fun to 80% fun, and we're going to see where it goes. So, at some point, does it continue or not continue? Can we all move on? And that's where that's what I'm shooting for. But I decided to open up the super chat because I've been forced to have to deal with misery, and maybe and I'm willing to take contributions now for having it dealt with pieces of shit in the misery. There you go.
Oh, Rich, in all seriousness, I think that right now this is a solid 83% fun.
Okay. Yes.
Wait, so Rich, I didn't understand what you were saying. Who's at fault? You were saying someone's at fault in the Kobe crash? Like, what was? Who are you?
all of the adults that went on that helicopter
Right.
didn't prevent each other from flying that day in heavy fog, bad conditions, are all responsible.
I don't think that. I think people fly in fog all the time, though, right?
No,
Do they ever
I
say?
don't think so. I can't agree with that.
Okay.
I can't, bro. No, I'm not a pilot. So get some pilots
I'm not a
in
pilot.
here to
I'm
talk
not-
about it.
I know.
And look, it's a decision. It's a safety decision, man. It's like I was talking about on my boat. I can decide to go out in full fog conditions where I can't see the bow, or I could stay home that day. It's a decision, man. You know?
Whoa. As it turns out, we have some of the live stream comments that is rated for rotary wing aircraft as a pilot.
And this guy is a pilot also. Nicholas says, as a pilot, that's not a fair assessment. And I read an article today that says that this pilot, that the helicopters are like very, very, they're established. There's, they've been around for, 50, 40 years, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Very, like bulletproof.
Uh-huh.
And then I also heard that this pilot was very, very good. I'm not sure what the problem was.
Yeah, I think
What Nick is saying though is correct. Even the police
helicopter was
grounded
from
their helicopters. Even the police grounded their helicopters that day. So I think it might not be fair to say that some of the passengers should have known because the passengers maybe wouldn't know better. But whoever was somewhat qualified to fly, and I heard Kobe sometimes flies it too, he should have known better. The pilot should have known better. Somebody should have known better.
Do we even know if there was an error in the aircraft? I mean, we don't know that yet.
I don't think there was. What's up, Mr. Ant? Good to see you. Hi. Hello, everybody.
But
Welcome,
that
everybody.
was a pretty old helicopter, wasn't it, Rich? It was from 91, I guess.
I don't know.
Well, Hisham, wait a minute. Do us a favor. Could you take a second, go in the next room and talk to your helicopter wallet and see what he has to say about the subject?
But Hisham, I don't know if that matters because it still needs to be, serviced and up to code and inspected every year and all those things regardless. In my opinion, if the helicopter is older, that means it would be more reliable.
Yeah, that one was from like 1991. It was built.
Yeah.
But it's sad. It is sad. I'm not trying to say it's. I just say, damn it, somebody should have said, let's not fly today. That's all I'm saying.
Hindsight is always 2020.
Well, I think it's more than that. I think somebody was negligent in not stopping it. Literally.
Well, if there was negligence in any place, there will be lawsuits. I don't
especially if there's families and kids, or you're taking another family. Maybe you second guess, hey, you know what, guys? It looks a little dangerous today. Why don't we go on an alternate route? We're multimillionaires. We can get there a different way. Uber.
That's if the conclusion is that it was because of the conditions that he crashed.
Yeah.
I don't think that's been revealed yet.
Yeah.
Which
I don't know,
just think
Logan.
his time was up.
A lot of the news stories and everything. There was nothing wrong with the helicopter, Logan. So if there's nothing wrong with the helicopter, Logan, then what does that mean? There was something wrong with the people flying the helicopter.
The pilot could have made a mistake. It may not have been due to the conditions also. It may have been, human error.
So I'm going to agree with Hotsy here. The pilot should have not flown in those conditions, and that's my bottom line on it. Yeah. It sucks.
It was kind of foggy and
very foggy
at the time, wasn't it? Yeah.
Very foggy. Yeah.
But I mean, it was his time, man. I mean,
man,
you
that
can't stop
sucks.
these things.
I hate it when how you're, I don't know. Is it your time when it's your time? The girl was 13. There was other families on there too, man. It's just sad. It's
I really feel sad for the girl, man. I mean,
it is bad. It's a bad thing.
Deacon.
It's a bad thing.
That's bad.
I mean, the guy was a nice guy. I mean, even if he wasn't, it's still sad. But he was a nice guy and everything. So too bad. He just retired and he didn't get to enjoy the rest of his life. It is what it is. So, hey, we were talking about Bitcoin watches, and Bitcoin is going parabolic again, like the coronavirus.
Oh, is it shooting up through the roof again?
Yeah, it's gone from $6,500 per coin to $9,500 per coin within a week.
Oh, again, golly, that's 50%.
Yeah, something like that. 40%, 50%. Yeah.
Jesus.
So the question is, hey, the stock market is at an all-time high as well. Whether it's the stock market, whether it's Bitcoin, what other watches are we into here? Are we into a Lange soon? I know you're the watch you would get would be that perpetual Audemars Piguet, right?
Me? Well, we're saying if we were, are we talking like how much money?
Well, let's say these are dream watches. If we're going to pull a trigger on a dream watch today, which one would it be? With money that you ordinarily wouldn't have allocated to a watch today. You don't have the money for this watch that we're going to talk about. What's that watch that you don't have money for today? Yeah.
I would go for a Sky Moon Tourbillon, a Patek Sky Moon Tourbillon. Stars, literally.
That's
the one with the space, with the stars, and it's a beautiful watch.
So this one doesn't look like the Zenith.
I would go for one of those, something like that. Not the engraved one. Maybe the engraved one. That looks good too. That one's a minute repeater too, but that's like $1 million watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
expected that one.
Answer from you. Let me see. Where's a good picture of it?
Because it has two faces. It has on one side it has a perpetual calendar. On the other side it has the that's one side of it.
I'm trying to find a better picture of it here though. Wait. How much? This is about 180,000, is it not?
No, way more. Look at the one in the back. Look at the see the it's laying down on its side. It's yellow gold with blue.
Is it on the top row?
No, second to bottom row showing right now. Yeah, that one.
Here, this one here.
That's the back side of it.
Right.
And then
that's like gold dust sprinkled on there in the form of the Milky Way, isn't it?
Right, yeah. And then on the front is a whole nother face.
Yeah, the back there.
That's so beautiful.
That's the back of the watch, and the watch allows you to actually turn it, right? You can flip this watch, right?
No, you can't. No. The Grandmaster Chime you can flip. This one you cannot. But
so you just have to take it off to use that back complication here.
Yeah, but the calendar's on the front, and the and the one that's engraved, that's all hand engraved at Patek. That's crazy.
Mm.
Yesterday I was looking at some videos, and they were on laser welding. So what do you guys think about laser welding?
It's good for, you mean like in repairing a watch, to restoring it?
In repairing a watch, yes.
It's an interesting question. Like I would say, like, let's say you have like a modern Rolex and you take a fall and you really hurt the watch. Yeah, why not? But when it comes to like vintage pieces, I don't know. I'm not so sure if laser welding is a good idea.
Is it morally all right to, like, for example, if you have a vintage watch and you get it in pristine condition by welding it, you're selling it at a higher price, is that morally right to do so?
Yeah, that's a lie. As long as if you're selling it as like in better condition after being laser welded, unless you disclose that, I would consider that fraudulent.
Because people can't really make out if it's welded or not.
Right. For a modern watch, I think laser welding is okay. For a vintage watch, yeah, because it's not original material.
True.
This looks like the front side of this watch, doesn't it?
Yeah, there are watches that are just see. That's the front on that one. That is a different one. That one, there's one watch that's on the back side, and then there's a calendar in the front. That's the one I'm talking about. Then there's one that's just that one is. Let me look.
So check this one out. This
One
one
we're
has
looking at now is 6102. That one is just.
this one's pretty cool, man. I mean, this one has the day 1 through 31 on the outside,
Yeah,
and then it has a moon complication.
that one's not that expensive compared.
Rolex.
No, it's Molex.
Mm.
Mm.
What's up, Hugo?
I see.
Patek 5208. That's a crazy watch. Patek 5208. Let's call that one up. We shall call it up. And it is here, the 5208.
Oh, that's Putin's watch. That's right. Oh, yeah. That's
So
the minute repeater. It's a that one's not a tourbillon. Minute repeater, perpetual calendar, chronograph.
leap year.
Wow.
Hey, Victor,
The
People-
font's amazing.
some people are wanting to ask you a follow-up to your travels and trails involving your 5960. And they're also, in a follow-up question, they're also wanting your home address.
They want to know my trolleys, my 5960, and my home address.
Travels and trails.
Okay, my home address is 123 Main Street. What about the 5960? It is a beautiful watch. I have not gotten the black dial. The white dial is still, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I still want the black dial.
Now, you sold the white dial, though, right?
Yes, but I still want the black dial. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Media, I'm okay with spending ridiculous money on foo-foo brands, watch rolls, wallets. Yeah, Louis Vuitton, watch rolls, all those things that cost ridiculous money for the accessories. I'm okay with that. You know why? Because you can only buy so much of it. You can only buy one watch roll. You can only buy one watch box. You can only buy one. So it isn't like you're going to have to go super shit crazy, spending all kinds of crazy money. And you're going to get your enjoyment out of it. And it goes hand in hand with a luxury watch. So I like that stuff. I want to get a Louis Vuitton watch roll, 3 watch roll. That's one of the things on my list to get one day.
Nice.
Smoke Eater says laser welding fuses the two materials. They are indistinguishable if the same metals. Yeah, when they laser the lugs on and things like that on the high-end pieces, they're doing an exceptional job.
Didn't Archie have that done to his dented Patek? Have
I
that
don't
laser
know.
welded?
Patek Philippe bent and scratch sale.
Dentec Philippe.
Rooted rotor.
I think it did. There was a ding there.
5 identical Patek.
Are you guys talking about
Exactly.
are the guys in the chat talking about the Antique Roadshow, the Daytona?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$700,000
Crazy.
Daytona. Yeah, that was an amazing little
Dude,
clip.
you gotta be shitting me.
Huh? Yeah,
Dude, are you shitting me?
right. Yeah, thank you for sending that to me. One of the gentlemen in the chat, offhand, I can't remember what their handle is, but they sent me that video.
I had several people send me that one, yeah. Of course, here's my response. Okay?
Hmm.
If I would have had YouTube in 1970, the hippie, the Air Force hippie would not have bought the Daytona. He would have bought a Datejust.
Uh-huh.
Because everyone would have said,
Okay.
Datejust, no, Daytona has zero resale value, dude.
What are you
Nobody
wearing?
watches.
Right. You're absolutely right, Clyve. You're absolutely right.
But why would he want to take into consideration the resale in 1970?
Well, I was saying if YouTube was around in 1970, everyone would have said
Okay.
on the
Okay.
base.
Okay.
No, they just hold their value. They're much more popular.
Right.
You buy that Daytona, man. It's as soon as you take it out of the shop, it's going to lose half its value. That's stupid.
I mean, this guy said that he only wore it like 2 or 3 times. How many of us could have that kind of self-control and buy something and then lock it in a safe deposit box for 40 years?
Yeah, isn't that
not
amazing? He didn't
touching it?
wear it. He wasn't into watches. You could tell.
Yeah.
He wasn't into watches. He thought he would be amazing. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
And imagine
It's amazing.
if he doesn't wear it even more, if he holds on to it for a few more years, he'll probably make even more money.
And what's interesting is
Yeah.
he said that he specifically bought it to go scuba diving, but then he decided against
Right.
that because it was too pretty to go scuba diving with.
Right.
And so that's why he got the screw-in crown version, I think, as opposed to the
Yes,
non-screw-in.
that's exactly what he said.
Hmm.
And he said
What are you
that
guys
when he
talking
was
about? I didn't see this roadshow which you were talking about.
there was a guy who was in the Air Force in
Uh-huh.
in Thailand during the Vietnam War, and he bought a Rolex Daytona, an Oyster Daytona, at the PX on his base, and he got a 10% discount. He paid $346 for it in 1973, I think it was, and he literally bought it. He got it.
10% discount. That's
Right,
how
he got
long.
a 10% discount, and full box and papers, everything. And he literally just looked at it, put it in a safe deposit box for 40 years, and then he went on this show called here. It's in the States and in Europe too, called Antiques Roadshow, where people bring in antiques and they get their stuff appraised on TV.
So how much do you think it would be worth right now?
Well, the appraiser said anywhere
That's
between
nice, Rich.
$500 and $700,000.
700,000, he said,
Wow.
because he said it was literally probably the best example of
Right.
any Daytona out there. He said it was more important.
New original stock conditions, what he said.
Right. New
And he
old
said-
stock.
And he
Yep,
said it
new
was
old
more
stock.
important much more important of a
Yeah, it's a
reference
beauty.
number than even the Paul Newman Daytona.
Right. Which went for 17 million, but that's because it was Paul Newman's.
Yeah, MR2 makes a good point. It's amazing that that no life events happened to him that made him sell it. You know, like
True.
Yeah.
That he never had to look into it.
Love the data, Rich.
Well, if he's not a watch guy, he's probably completely unaware of it. I mean, because
he knew it was worth some money because he kept it in the safety deposit.
You know what he needs to do right now? He needs to sell that at an auction, and then he needs to take that cash and sit on it until there's a 30% crash in the S&P 500, and then he'll take that entire 700 grand and dollar cost average over 18 months from the bottom of the market back in, and then he'll make 5x on his money.
If he goes to one of those high profile auctions, you got to believe that they're going to be two guys, whether they're in the room or online or on the phone, and are just going to go at it trying to get that thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're going to
literally
drive the price up to $1 million.
Yeah. They said it. The guy's
sure.
Best condition watch out there.
Yeah. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Media and creative agency. Rich, what's the type watch you currently could desire? Could you lust after and purchase a simple OP39?
Look, the least hyped watch that I desired, that I put a deposit on, was the Aquanaut. Nobody wanted the damn Aquanaut when I put a deposit on it 2 months ago. Nobody wanted it. As a matter of fact, when I put a deposit on it, the secondary market price was the same. It was the same. I just wanted to get it directly from Paddock and Waite, so I get a brand new watch, get it from them directly, have the experience. but the prices were the same. So I did pick a unhyped watch. It became hyped after. All of mine did. All of mine became hyped after. Okay, he's saying currently.
Why do you think that is? It became hyped.
What's the least hyped watch you currently could desire? A Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso. There you go.
Nice. Good choice.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, I didn't understand the question. There we go.
So are you still waiting on the 5617?
What? Huh?
Are you still waiting for the 5617?
5167. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Wait for it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. MR2. The Bluesy is my most expensive watch because I bought that at MSRP. It was about $18,000 from the AD, brand new. I mean, it's a ceramic piece, maxi case.
It has diamonds on it.
It has diamonds on it. That added $3,000 to the price. That took it from $14,700 to $17,700 out the door. And you got to consider the president I have. This is 20 years old. I bought this secondhand. So.
And it's 36. Those are steel. They go for great prices.
Clyve, if the Antique Roadshow comes to the flyover states, what watch would you take in to get appraised?
But most of the people who go there don't know the value. Clyve already knows the value of his watch for sure.
What's that?
What I'd like to see is the segment where they go to Atlanta or saying Miami, and Max Levinson takes in the Archie luxury watch. The River Rat.
It would have to be your 321.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I don't know. I'd almost say the Zenith Signal Core. My oldest one.
That's true. That's
or
true too.
Yours would be a good collection of picking like the top 5 to bring in as a box, you know, with some of the military factors in them. They love to talk about those kind of things, this historical watches.
So you have to pretend like you don't know the value, and then you have to freak out for it to air on TV.
Right. Jay-Z wore a Reverso to the Grammys, did he?
Gold Reverso.
The gold ones are really nice.
Media says, Victor, I'd like to see you with an FP Journe. Yeah, that would be a nice piece for you, Victor.
Yeah, that's the next stage. I don't know when that stage will happen, but I got to get through all the ones that I have been yearning for. Then I'm gonna go into like FP Journe and Lange.
I'm really longing for the FP Journe now.
It's really hard. The problem with FP Journe is I don't live next to one, so it's really hard to like build a relationship. And you know, if I'm going to spend money on an FP Journe, I want it to be at a boutique. I want it to go towards the sale of future, some good.
Well, I know that's tough though, man. You know, when my box right now is somewhat full, so I can't like plan for future allocations with FP Journe. I just want to get one. Man. But you know, she did tell me, you know, you're gonna get your Chronometer Blue one day. I promise, you're gonna get it one day. You're gonna get it one day.
See, that's weird because Kevin O'Leary was talking about how FP Journe was telling them that he's never gonna get that one.
Didn't they get him? Didn't they get him one in that video?
Yeah. Well, he bought. Yeah, they got him. They got him 2 really hard to get ones that he bought. 4 watches total. 2 of them were like the hard to get ones. 2 of them were not.
But he's trying to get it literally this month. I mine. I did my application a couple of years ago already. Or a year and a half ago now.
Yeah, I guess you have to fill out an application before you buy an FPV1. Is that true?
Right. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Why is that?
It's kind of like a questionnaire. They want to know who you are, why you're into watches, what watches you own.
So they just like Paddock has application. They have for some of their pieces.
What's your career? They want to know what you do for a living, things like this.
And how many
Hold on, I'll grab it.
FPV1s
I'll grab it. Hold on.
do they make in a year?
They, I think, what is it like? Probably 15 or 20 or 25. I don't. It's low. They make 900 watches a year. That one they probably make 50. It's in the single digits. I know that's it's not a limited edition, but it is limited production.
Wow.
That we're gonna have to wrap up, and guys. I got like 5 minutes, so I'm sorry, but I gotta watch the baby, so it'll be like 5 minutes. We got like 6:45, 50.
So do I. Yeah.
See how it is now. Please, folks, give us a thumbs up to oppose the 15 thumbs downs. That would be great. How about 50 thumbs ups? That'd be nice. So here's the application. It's an application that says for the Chronometra Blue. Caliber 1304, manual winding, 39 millimeter, 8.6 millimeter height. So application
height?
Huh?
What's the height?
8.6.
Oh, that's very thin.
So here's just some basic info, just name, address, phone, email, currently your list of watches that you own. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you a watch amateur, a collector? And then there's a section for comments. And that's it. It was really simple. And I just added my own little short essay to it as to why I would be a good customer. And
you didn't mention Archie, right?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I didn't mention any channels or anything in light of the kind of bullshit that can happen on YouTube. Nobody needs to ever know about fucking YouTube. Fuck YouTube. I got to be honest, guys. I got to be honest. Some of us gotten so pissed off. We did our own private live stream without doing it publicly. We had a bunch of us sit around talk for 3 hours. So, we don't want to do that kind of thing. But the world is dog shit. Then close the world out. So sometimes that might happen. But we're going to try to move forward. I guess it'd be called a conference call, MR2. A video conference call with 5 people talking about watches. But, well, in a private stream, Mr. Ant, you can say whatever the F you want. Politically or impolitically correct. And I think some of us needed to let off some steam in private. So, yeah, there you go. The support group. But no. I just wish we could have more than 6 people because we would have more people in here right now.
That's the only thing I don't like about Stream Mode. Yeah.
They're improving it though. They're improving it quite a bit. They've allowed the ability for a green screen now. I don't really need one, but I can do one. It might be fun. I might play with it. But the only thing I might do is I might spend some extra funds and expand the platform to more podcasts. If you guys have any suggestions in the chat box as to what would be a good platform to stream on, please, I need some suggestions because I'm not hip to the scene. Twitch is on the list for sure, but that's the only other one I've got. Twitch and Periscope and YouTube. I can do 2 more if I maxed it out with the dollars. So what would be the other streams besides Twitch and Periscope that we should go on? A green screen. Yeah, I don't know. I got the Millennium Falcon, but that's the screen background here.
Nice.
I got some Star Wars backgrounds I took from the Star Wars sets in Disneyland. Oh. Anyway, guys, what else is going on? 4 more minutes. Any last minute comments? Boy, time flies really quickly, guys.
It really does.
It does.
We
Yeah.
didn't even talk so much about, well, we did talk a lot about watches, but you can talk about 2 or 3 watches and there you go. Discord. I don't know. I don't know what Discord is. I'll have to check it out. Throw up the suggestions and I'll check them out later. Absolutely.
So can't you stream on Google Hangouts anymore?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Why did
Yeah,
that happen,
media.
Clyve?
I agree with you, media. It's out of my field. I'm not a personal. I'm a personal financial advisor, not a personal intrapersonal relationship expert. Like, F that BS. You know what I'm saying? Media. I'm not Dr. Ron. That's Dr. Ron's job. When are we going to do another live stream? Sunday, Saturday? What is today? Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
Well,
No,
we could do
for me,
them.
it's Thursday.
We could do them at Friday and Saturday at 4 p.m. your time.
He really wants to do that. He really does. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'm not fighting for super chats or nothing anyway. So it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, it makes
If you
sense. Friday and Saturdays is a good.
I think I'm in a good mood.
See, I'm not competing with you. I'm actually talking about watches.
Yeah, I think I'm in a good mood. Friday, I'm going to take some clients out to lunch on Friday. And so maybe I'll come back and Friday afternoon we'll do a live stream for Friday.
That's cool.
Friday and Saturday, maybe. Let's do a couple.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple.
Yeah, because the Super Bowl is on Sunday, so
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. I'm watching the Super Bowl on Sunday. I'm not doing nothing but watching Super Bowl. So we'll stream Friday and Saturday. We'll do 2 more streams.
Sounds
Yeah, we haven't done the
cool.
Daytona stream. Do you guys want to get together and talk nothing about Daytonas?
I'm always
Yeah,
down.
why not?
We'll go over Daytona dials. We'll just talk about Daytona dials. I'll pull up a bunch of dials. If you have a Daytona, wear it that day. And we'll do a circle jerk on Rolex Daytonas. And maybe we can start off by pulling up some of the old vintage Newman type dials, and we could look at the pushers and the dials and how they look aesthetically compared to how they progressed over the years. Maybe we can pull up some different years, circa 1960s, 70s, 80s. You got. All right, guys, we'll do that. I gotta watch the baby, so I'm out of here.
All right.
Sorry for the abrupt
Thanks for having us
ending.
on, Rich.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for thank you for having me on, and thank you for joining. And I love you guys all in the chat. Thank you for making this channel happen and being a part of it. You guys are all the 90%.
Thanks a lot, Rick.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys are the 90% good on the channel that makes us keep coming back. So thank you very much, and we'll see you all later. Have a beautiful evening. We'll be back Friday.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Yeah, thanks to all the chat. Thanks to all the partners.
Thank you guys. Peace.